Welcome back, and today we are going to be getting one of the most interesting games I've ever played in the goddamn Mosquito. The Mosquito that they just added is actually pretty good. It's about 800 kilograms lighter than the one that you would find previously before this update. And it feels pretty good. In a 1v1 it's pretty okay, be careful, you're still a Mosquito, your rip speed is low, your climb rate isn't the best, and at super low speeds, while with the flaps the turn rate is pretty damn decent, this thing is still a bit of a boat, and you really shouldn't expect yourself to win when you, for example, don't have an energy advantage. But it has a 2-kilometer airspan, it has a pretty respectable climb rate, and overall it will get the job done when it comes to air RB. Now, after killing this I-185, we are going to go straight to the LA7 on the deck. This is the first game that I did, and you're about to witness the second game that I did. LA7 comes in, we go head on, we trade head on, we dodge of course, and I just pitch up straight over his nose. Is this the correct thing to do? No, not really, but I'm gonna cut throttle on top of the loop to just cut inside of his flight path. We managed to do so, and now he is instantly in the position to counterattack. Luckily, he doesn't really take it, and I'm able to move out of his nose, and I'm now safe for the time being. However, the LA7 is a formidable opponent and will absolutely sauce me if I play this wrong. Luckily, he takes horrible lines and then dives straight to the deck, exactly to where you think he is going to be heading. Straight to the airfield. So we're gonna try to get some shots in from long range here, or medium range. Don't manage to connect anything, but we're just gonna run him down for now and see if he can get some damage in. Or just spook him into turning. Maybe he'll try to 1v2 me when he reaches his teammate in the other LA7. Is this what I want to see? No, but the other LA7 is probably just gonna full commit in a head-on, so we are gonna spray some 20 mils, take off his wing, and then look at the LA7 that, unfortunately for us, continues to fly straight to his airfield. We get some hits with the 7 mils, but unfortunately we don't do enough damage. After a bit of camping, the LA7 finally comes out of the AA bubble. Unfortunately, it's a Mosquito. It's still a boat, and sometimes getting the roll while pitching axes on is incredibly difficult, so making last minute changes to your aim are borderline impossible, and you'll see more of that in the game after this one. We one-shot him in the back of his skull with a 7 mil, and then we go straight into the game that I promised. The P-38 just killed one of my friendly Mosquitoes and is now trying to run away to high altitude. I am not gonna chase him, I'm simply going to flatline and try to see if I can chase him while he is climbing. This way I can cut down the horizontal separation, and when I get close enough, I should be able to pitch in and hose him down. The P-38 has the better plane, he has more energy, but I do have a decent position if he does make a mistake. And a mistake he does make. Now he realizes I'm going to get closer, and then instead of trying to run away and dive, he's going to dive and take the fight. And that's the good thing to do, it's the more interesting choice. However, he's doing an absolutely terrible job in trying to get me off him. He is simply rolling around in front of me while being faster, which means that I am never going to be overshoot, and all he's really doing is delay the inevitable. He uses flaps at 700, you the U-King, not sure why, but I'm about to fat finger my keys as well, so I'm not one to speak. He's compressing a hell of a lot less because he's a P-38L. We cut throttle to stay behind him, solidify our positions, use the flaps, fat finger the view key, almost get disorientated. Luckily we don't, and we send him straight to the Shadow Realm. That is going to be kill number 1 out of the many more to come, and you can tell that the team is incredibly stacked. I am not about to farm 10 kills by killing a bunch of bombers. We're actually going to have to work for it in the Mosquito. Now the Mosquito, again, it's not the best plane in the world, and while it's definitely serviceable, especially with the airspan, especially with the weight decrease, it is still a Mosquito, and you need to be careful of planes like basically every single engine fighter in the game. 109 F4, Key 43, F6F, Spitfires, Yak 3, Yak 9s, it doesn't really matter. They're all going to shit on you unless you have the jump on them. And unfortunately in this game, when I have the jump on them, there's mostly more than one, and when I don't, well, I'm just gonna have to work for it just that little bit harder. 109 F4 looks like is climbing over me. He's being a little bit passive and he's really allowing me to get close to him. We managed to get some hits with the 7 mil. Don't really do anything, and instead of doing the correct line, I'm gonna go straight up. He's going relatively slow, and I should be able to kind of fall on top of him because he is going horizontal, and this gives me a great position to shoot him down right here. Now I do need to connect the rounds. Luckily the last 20 mil hits the top of his tail and it blows his shit smooth off. Key 43 then kind of presents himself. I'm gonna take this. I don't care if he's gonna return fire. If I don't kill him there, I am done. I'm not killing that guy easily in a 1v1. In a 2v1 with a Spitfire, absolutely no chance I'm gonna be killing any of them. So I just take the fight, take the shot right there, send him to the Shadow Realm, and then we are gonna look around and see who else I can engage. Now I do see some contrails. For now I'm alone with the Spitfire, but I notice that he's trying to draw me down to the deck. I am not gonna be following him. I see the F6C, I see the contrail on the right, probably a B25, and we see the Yak 9 coming straight ahead. The Yak 9 is probably the most dangerous plane in this kind of setting, because he can actually claw his energy advantage back. Whereas the Spitfire, if I'm in this position, I can drain his balls all day long until he goes 300 kilometers an hour on the literal treetop level. With a Yak 9, that is not really going to happen. But fighting a Yak together with a Spitfire basically means that I can't fight the Yak, because if I try to fight the Spitfire, the Yak kills me, and vice versa. It's not rocket science. They both complement each other rather well. It's kind of like a P51 with a 0, except they're both decently well rounded, and both will absolutely cream my shit if I try to fight them one-on-one. Now luckily I have an energy advantage, and I'm going to take a bit of a bold approach here. I'm going to try to make the Yak 9 stall out. I know he's going to spray because he's full of ammo, and I'm just going to try and bob and weave. He manages to hit my gear lag, it falls straight out, but I needed to take this. I am short on time, the Spitfire is gradually climbing up to me, and this Yak 9 was hyper aggressive, meaning that I can punish him right here and now. Severe damage, straight on fire, Spitfire comes in, pulls directly under me, saw his wing off as well, and that's another 2 kills down for the count. 109 comes in. Luckily I killed him in time, because now I actually have the ability to kill the 109 as well. I'm decently higher than him, not too much higher, but he is not going too fast, so I actually have a meaningful energy advantage here. And I'm gonna try to maintain this by making him climb up to me. I don't want to fight at higher speeds. The 109 absolutely sauces me when I try to do that, at low speed as well, but at least I can try to leverage the flaps and the position. But I'm gonna make him come up to me, loses me less energy, and it costs him more energy, meaning that I now actually have him by the balls. If he tries to dive away, I'm in a bit of a rough spot. I need to kind of kill him right here because the F6C is right next to him. And if I manage to dive in, chase him to the deck, and the F6C ends up above me, I'm basically dead. And you can tell that I don't really want to chase him. I'm looking at the F6, but I do have a decent amount of energy here, so I can just sit above and behind the 109. T18 creams the F6. We cream the 109. Down he goes. And then we need to just get a hurry on, because we still have 5 enemies left. And they are really just hammering those tickets. And I need to just start killing them as quickly as I can. We have 3 B25s, I'm pretty sure. We have a Yak 9 as well as an A6M2. And I really don't want to fight the A6M. But I need to get to the deck right now and clean out these guys. Because if I don't, I will straight up lose the match. Am I risking the match here by getting killed by the A6? Definitely, but I kind of need to take this, because if I don't, we'll just lose on tickets. Yak 9T directly below us, he has an anemic engine as well, and even though we are pretty low on the deck, I have a lot of energy, I'm still going 400 IES, I just need to go top of my loop, pitch straight in, cut inside of his flight pad, because he's going way too slow to rate me, and we just blow his shit clean off. There he goes. B25 is looking pretty rough, and I probably should have climbed at this point, and not really wasted my energy going for him, but I wasn't sure if he was airworthy anymore, and if he just starts hovering around here and starts using his gunners to kill the ground units, I am still going to lose. So I just take some spray at him with my 6-7 rounds, take some more shots at him, do some more damage, but it's not really doing anything. I just break off. I'm not gonna chase him. He's looking pretty rough. I think I just belly landed for a second, so instead of chasing him and wasting my game, I'm gonna go and see if I can kill the last fighter, because if I kill him, I should have a pretty decent time winning this actual match. B25 crashes on the river, and there is the A6M. Now luckily, he didn't climb, he's flying straight at me, meaning that I can build up a bit of energy here, which is very important, because well, it's a fucking A6M. I don't want to deal with him. Luckily, we are in a position to kind of work him down. Now, it's gonna kind of depend on how he is going to play. He just took off. I know he's full of ammo, but luckily the cannons on that plane are very, very slow. So I should be able to be a little bit more aggressive, together with the fact that he literally has a leaf blower engine with a prop on it. Now we merge. I try to go straight vertical. I want to kill him as quickly as possible because I just need this guy out of the match. I thought he was going to pull in for a second, and if he had, he would have lost the game right there. Unfortunately, he plays it correctly and starts going defensive. Gets some shots in, only 7 mils, and here comes the SB-25. I'm about to get screwed over by the Dutch Air Force, but I just need to get some damage in. We shoot him once, get some hits, doesn't really do anything, so we just kind of break off and start climbing away. The SB-25 is just going to win on tickets at this point, and I've accepted my fate. But I'm still going to work on the A6M and see if I can at least get functional footage out of it, because I'd rather just fight the A6 than go for the B-25, sit in his gunners while I don't have 20 mils left. It's a waste of energy to go for him, but then I noticed the SB-25 actually turns around and wants to fight me, and that's good for me because now I'm not on the clock as much anymore. I'm drawing them away from the ground units because that's the way I'm going to be losing this match. A6M doesn't have the energy here, he doesn't have the engine either, so I'm just going to pull up straight over his nose and see if I can punish his airspeed. I want him to pitch straight up, but he's not biting, which is the thing that he should do. He's flying this somewhat correctly. He set up wrong, he didn't climb in, which is why I now have him by the balls, and now I have him by the balls, he can't really do anything to get rid of me anymore. I'm going to again ignore the B-25, looks like he wants to go for ground units. Be my guest. I just want to fight this A6M. I'm trying to rate him while being directly above him. And even though his stall speed is so low, I should be able to sit here all day and he won't have the ability to pitch in ever. Now it's going to take me a little bit to get onto a 6. And I think if I had done that for 1 or 2 more loops, I would have been able to. But then the B-25 pitches into me. He basically stalled himself out. And I need to take this opportunity because he's slow, he's vulnerable. And I don't have 20 mils left. So we just literally blow his shit straight up. We merge with the A6M at 500 and we go vertical again. He does not have the energy to hang with me in this maneuver. So we are just going to send it right here and now. We have only 580 rounds left. I need to get some shots in, but I just cannot correct my aim. This plane is a boat. I shoot at the A6M. I shoot a bit too much at the A6M. I overcommitted a little bit because I really had to kill him there. Because there's another B-25 that's about to go to the middle of the map. A6M now chases me, but he's not quick enough. I have the energy here and he doesn't have the altitude either. So if I just fly away from him and that B-25 doesn't kill the ground units quick enough, I should be able to at least get my 10th little kill in. We're just going to climb away for now. We're just going to get a little bit of separation. I can turn around at this very moment, but I'm not going to get to the B-25 in time anyway. So I'd rather just take a few extra 100 meters in order to actually get enough separation to the point where the 20 mils of the A6M basically won't pose a threat anymore. He is falling straight out of the air. I'm going to go flat. I don't want to go straight vertical. It gives him an easier shot. And this way I actually have some airspeed over my wings in order to actually engage him. He starts pulling into the head-on. I am never going to get that. He'll get there before me. And if I commit, I'll probably ram him anyway. And I'm not really looking forward to that. A6M pitches straight in. He's going to go up with me. And instead of continuing turning into the same direction, I open up the loop a little bit. Go a little bit more vertical, drop down, and because of the separation that I just created, I'm able to pull straight into the head-on. And this time, I have the shot first. We set him on fire. He manages to hit me just after I crit him. He's on fire. He is basically dead. Low speed A6M on fire. Nah, that shit is cooked. He is severed. We now have our 10th little kill, and all we need to do is kill the last B-25. Now the issue is that the B-25 is rather tanky. I am incredibly low on tickets, so if I try to RTB, I'm going to lose. So I basically need to kill him with 240 rounds of 8mm in a single pass. Is this very likely? No, but the Lion doesn't concern himself with statistics. So we are just going to go head on. I'm staying low here to make him dive into me. Means that I can pull in and actually dodge his head on while pulling into it and getting some free shots. But the wingtip damage actually makes it so that I'm not able to pull in. I ram his wing straight off. We go into a flat spin, but because I didn't actually hit him, we don't get our 11th kill. We are on the flat spin, and that's basically the game. Everyone is out, tickets are counting down, and unfortunately, just before the tickets are lower than ours, we get our balls imploded, and that's gonna be a loss. Pretty disappointing end, but overall a pretty peak match that I actually enjoyed for once. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.